everyone. So this week, as you can see, we're not really doing a hairstyle, but we're doing things that you can use in hairstyles, and of course you can use them by themselves, of course, obviously. But I thought it'd be good to do a basics hairstyle because I was thinking about it last week and I realized, some of the braids I use, maybe not everyone knows how to do them. I had to learn online how to do a lot of braids because I wasn't raised with long hair. I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff when I was younger, so I had to learn when I was older. So this is for all of you who don't know how to do some of these aren't really hard braids, and they're not super simple either. Some of them are a little bit harder. Some of them take more work to learn, and what I'm always telling people is you can do any braid on yourself. There are very few things that you can't do on yourself, and braiding is one of the things that you can almost always do by yourself. You just need to work at it. The more you work at it, the better it's going to look. So that being said, let's get started with the first one. I'm going to start with the easiest one first, and I'll have below a little listing of all the braids that I have in it and the times so that you can skip to the one, like if you're looking for a specific braid, you can skip straight to it. Okay, so what we're going to start with first is the rope braid. So the rope braid is a really simple one. All we do is we take the hair, section it into two portions, and then twist. Now, an easy way to remember how you do this is if you twist towards your face, the way I'm doing it, then when you twist the two together, you will twist away from your face. So there, see? And it really is important to do this twist most of the time. Sometimes if you want a softer braid, you can skip doing the twist. But in order to get the clear-cut rope effect, you really need to twist them the opposite direction of the way you're wrapping them together. Because otherwise the hair just kind of blends together and you don't really get the rope look. Okay, there you go. There's your rope braid. Nice and easy. Now for our next braid, we're going to try a 3-stranded rope braid. This is going to be the same kind of mechanics, but it's a lot harder. So what we do, of course, we section off our hair into 3 strands. 3 sections, I should say, actually. Alright, now, this is the exact same as with the regular rope braid. We just need to twist the sections. Now this one is going to take a lot of work to get it right because you just are all thumbs the first time you do it. I tried doing this on a friend once and I had to give up on it because it was so hard. So just be patient. That's another thing with doing these braids. It's patience. Patience and persistence. If you really want to be good, you have to work at both of them. Okay. Now we twist them around each other. Like that. And as you can see, it gives a fuller braid doing it this way. See? I'm not going to braid all the way down because you get the idea. So there you have it, the 3-stranded rope braid. Okay, now up next is a French braid. Now this one is really basic. This is one that I learned when I was in like 3rd grade. Even when I didn't have long hair at the time. I had short hair. I knew how to do it on my friends who had long hair. So I'm just going to do it on one side so y'all can see it really well. What we do is we grab a section right up at the top and we act like we're just going to do an English braid, Get them into even sections and then go like that. We just wrap each thing once, and then what we do, we grab another section and wrap over, grab another section, wrap over, and we just keep doing this as far as we want. French braids can be done on the top of the head as pigtails, just part of the hair like this, and then pulled back into a hairstyle, whatever you want to do with French braid. They're really nice because they're very flat. You get a nice design in the hair, and then if you do a hairstyle with it, you get extra to it, you know, just kind of adds a little touch to it. Okay, that's our French braid. Now this one is our Dutch braid. It's just like the French braid, only it's reversed. It's like turning the braid outside. The French braid had the braid inside, kind of encased in the hair. This one has it pushed to the outside. So this is one that I don't do so much because I think it needs a very specific style to go with it, but some people really like it. Some people can rock it. So see where with the French braid we went below, this one we're going above. So instead of wrapping the new braid over top, we go under it, pushing the other hair out. And actually, you could probably do this as a crown braid. That would probably look really cool. You know, like the medieval braid. Do it around your head and look like you have a lot more hair than you actually do. See? Okay. There is our Dutch braid. Now we have our herringbone braid, or fishtail braid, whatever you'd like to call it. Right. So, this is a braid actually that they use in the Lord of the Rings hairstyles. Legolas sports this braid. Alright, I'm going to try to figure out how to do this. Put a hairband in, so this will be turned so y'all can see it. So I don't have my back to you. Alright, so what we do is we section it into two. We take hair, a little clump of hair from this side, and add it to the other clump, and then do that on the other side. Now this one you have to be careful that you try to keep them about the same size, the clumps of hair, otherwise it looks lopsided. It's very easy to add too much to one side or not enough to the other side, because unlike with braiding, it's not like we section it off and we can compare it and keep that. You have to keep sectioning and keep remembering about how much you added. So you're starting to see the pattern. Now this hairstyle can be done as a French style as well. I've never really gotten the hang of it, but then I've never really tried to do it because I think it looks better if you do this with a big clump of hair. And the way I'd seen it done, they always did it with just a little teeny piece of hair. You know, I thought a French braid would look just as well. Just as good. There we go. There's our herringbone braid. It definitely takes a lot of time and a lot of practice to get the herringbone braid right, because as you can see, it's not your basic kind of braid. It doesn't quite come as naturally, and usually you really need to see what you're doing to do it. But yeah, there you have it, the herringbone braid. On this one, we're going to do a waterfall braid. Now this one is usually its own hairstyle actually, so that's kind of probably why I saved it for the end. So you kind of do get a hairstyle this week. This one is tricky, especially on yourself, but we will do it anyway. Okay, what we do is we act like we're doing a French braid. We braid around like this, but this time instead of taking this hair and starting to braid back up again, we just drop it, pull it out of the way, grab another section of hair, and braid on. Okay, and once again, we're back to where this would be used. Drop it, push it out of the way, grab another section, braid on. So as you can see, it kind of gives the effect of a waterfall after a while. And it looks very, very elegant. And just like with the French braid, you can use it with other styles because you can have your hair down like this and then do like a half up style in the back, or you can even pull this down into a low hairstyle and then do another one at the top. Maybe I'll do that next week for y'all. But there you have your waterfall braid. Okay, so there's a kind of compiling of some braids that I have done before, maybe not all on the video. I know I've never used the fishtail braid, but there you have it. You'll probably be seeing these braids in the next couple weeks now that I've shown how to do it. I can show y'all some hairstyles to go with it. That'd be really fun, I think. Yeah, so y'all have a good week, and remember, getting the perfect hairstyle is little trouble.